Hey, everybody, before we get into the podcast, I just want to let you know about our sponsors. It's a film called Sir John A. and the Curse of the Anti-Quenched. It's fun comedy. It stars John Dunsworth from Trailer Park Boys, Spenny from Kenny vs. Spenny, and the Diener from Fubar. It has a lot of other funny Canadians in it, and you can get it on Vimeo on demand right now for only $2.99. Check out curseoftheantiquenched.com. Next up, if you guys want to support the podcast and you're going to Amazon to buy a few things, just head over to our website, raidersofthelostcommentary.com first. Click on the Amazon banner, either .ca or .com, and then it'll take you right to Amazon. And then when you buy something, it doesn't cost you anything, and it kicks us back a little something, helps keep the podcast going, and we appreciate you doing it. Hey, everybody. So if you missed the Emmys or just don't care to watch it, we're here to save you and to recap it and tell you everything you need to know in 10 minutes. So I'm going to hit the 10-minute timer just like we do our reviews. And we're going to recap it as best as two people who don't care about the Emmys just as much as you. Matt, obviously you weren't watching the Emmys last night since I was texting you and you were like, what? How? Why?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we don't even need 10 minutes. Let's recap it to Schitt's Creek wins everything.
Yeah. I've seen a bit of hate online today that Schitt's Creek won a bunch of stuff, and
I can kind of get it. Like, I'm not saying I didn't watch Schitt's Creek. I've watched it. I've caught up to whatever's on Netflix and whatever. There's a new season coming out. I guess the final season, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
It's okay. Like. It's on the
That's how I feel
good
too.
Of okay.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Like I watched it, I'm like, yeah, I'll continue watching it, but it didn't I have chuckles, and of course, the shits part of it kind of grows old after like a few episodes in.
Right.
But
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. But then when you're saying, oh, yeah, it won, what did it win? It won Outstanding Comedy Series, Best Leading Actor, Best Leading Actress, Best Supporting on both sides, as well as a couple other things. Didn't it
Outstanding
win,
Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series, Supporting Actor.
Supporting Actress.
In a comedy series, Supporting Actress.
But I think it won also like Best Directing, or no?
It won everything it was nominated for, so it won 7 total.
It's insane.
Yeah. So
what was you had a theory on this?
Yeah, this isn't 100% my theory. It's like my sister's theory, but that the Emmys usually gives out awards to seasons or shows that end their season kind of in and around the Emmys. So I know you were saying there's a few other shows that did that, but her evidence
like Good Place and I think Modern Family are both ending this year as well. So.
I don't know what it is. I mean, the Canadian Connection, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's collusion in this, although who knows, right? But I would say, in all honesty, though, very rare for a Canadian show to win anything to begin with.
But to win them all?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the nominees, and it's great for them to win. I'm not saying like it's bad or anything, but like when you're looking at everything else, it feels kind of like the Shakespeare in Love meets Saving Private Ryan going, how the hell did that lose over Shakespeare in Love? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I felt like there's better shows, like Good Place. To me is better. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is fantastic. What We Do in the Shadows. I've seen the movie, never seen the show.
Show looks pretty funny.
But I don't know. Ted Danson as Michael from The Good Place, like nominated. Rachel Brosnahan from Mrs. Maisel's terrific. Like Captain Holt, Andre Braugher. Or I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. I don't know. It's just to me.
Yeah, well, look,
there's
I feel
clearer winners to me. Even like Tony Shalhoub is terrific in Marvelous and Mrs. Maisel. I don't know, I just over Daniel Levy. I'm not. It's not against anything against Daniel Levy. I just found
their show Maisel. They won a bunch in their first season, right? The Emmys loves first seasons too, right?
So it's first season. I guess it's the thing. Well, if they won before, let's not give it to them again.
I feel like that's something that happens. Honestly, I wouldn't say there's collusion, but I definitely think there is like a hive mind to some of these awards when they happen because, what is it? the Lindelof show there. What was that called? Jeremy Irons won some stuff, and
Succession.
no, that one won a ton of stuff too.
Yeah, that one won a bunch. I've never seen it. I mean, I want to now. But
Watchmen.
like I looked into it because it says it in a drama series, and I'm like, okay, Succession. It's like Succession is a satire, comedy, drama. I was like, oh, I feel like it may have.
Well, that's
been,
the other thing the
maybe
Emmys
belonged
does
in
too, right? They blur the lines a bit with genre.
Yeah.
So Watchmen won a bunch of stuff as well, which, I was like, okay.
I mean, I'll be honest, the only things I've seen are pretty much in the comedy series. I've not watched almost anything else. I was kind of hoping Mando would win maybe the best drama, but
no, they got to win.
I think
they
Succession took that home.
I got to see if they won. Does the Emmys do technical Emmys as well, or?
Not from what I was seeing in terms of like they do hairstyles, they do makeup, but like let's be honest, on our side we're just kind of like not really caring. We kind of go for like
The Mandalorian,
directing, acting, and best of, and that's what everybody looks for, anyways.
Yeah, nobody cares about the technical stuff. I mean, I care. I follow up with it, but like, but yeah. So I don't know. Mando, I'm sure they're gonna win some type of technical awards for what they pulled off to make the Mandalorian with the technology involved in that giant, what they call it, the volume or whatever. It's that giant screen.
They were nominated for a few, like outstanding fantasy sci-fi costumes, which lost to Watchmen.
Right. So another thing.
It's great that they were nominated.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great.
I wonder. Yeah. So like. With Schitt's Creek winning a bunch of stuff and like getting a bit of hate online, I will say, yeah, like we don't win a lot of stuff here in Canada, and even though I've never watched all of Schitt's Creek, I've watched a bit here and there, and I laugh at it. There is something about being Canadian and being like, wow, well done, like we had something. We have
like again, it's not a bad show.
No.
But to me, it's not really an award-winning show.
Hey, there is slim pickings for COVID.
That's true. I can't like when we get to the Oscars, we're gonna do our thingamabob. Like there is not a lot of stuff happening.
No, that'll be an interesting Oscars. So they did a fake out at the start of the Emmys too to make you they use footage from old episodes or old seasons of the Emmys to cut to the crowd to make you think there was a crowd for a bit, and then they had this whole shtick with Jimmy Kimmel and Jason Bateman there, which was funny enough. Like the jokes were a little flat on some stuff, but I guess that's kind of what it is now with the Oscars and the Emmys. They don't want to rock the boat any one way or another too much because of all the hate they get online the next day. Although they might get more attention than they would if they,
I mean, just don't hire
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because like Ricky Gervais, he just told the truth on a lot of those jokes. They weren't even like
people don't want to hear the truth, Adam.
No, they don't. They don't one way or another. Yeah. But
your breath smells. But I don't tell you that. I don't tell you that.
It should. You should.
Hey, Mandalorian won outstanding music composition for a series.
Oh wow! Did you watch the behind the scenes? The guy breaking down some of the music that he made.
Yet. No.
Oh man,
I haven't seen it.
The guy that made the music, he like breaks down like instrument he uses, and it's really really cool. Another thing they did, they gave Tyler Perry the Governor General's sort of I guess like Lifetime Achievement Award. For his career. And again,
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a Tyler Perry film.
I've never seen it. It doesn't super interest me. We've talked about this a bit before, but just like respect to him for creating something out of nothing and doing it on an independent level. Like we try to make independent stuff, and we're obviously nowhere near the scale that Tyler Perry's been able to do. Well,
Adam, the thing we were missing is cross-dressing.
We needed cross-dressing. We needed religion. His movies have religion, too.
It's true.
That's where you get people, right? But yeah, no, like, I think it's, well, I was joking with you a bit today, but like, I think it's funny that the system that told him you shouldn't and can't, and ridiculed him the whole time while he was making his Medea movies or whatever else he's doing is now like, well done. Now that you've made money, we care about you, I don't know. I say good for him though. Like he's built his own audience. He's built his own thing. He's built entire giant studios in Georgia, I believe. You know, so hats off to you, fellow independent filmmaker.
Good for him.
You know,
and good for getting that.
But yeah, there's no real. The only real surprise, it was just funny, was that Schitt's Creek kept winning. And the other thing that the show made me really realize is there's so many shows I need to catch up on. Like,
yeah.
I've spent all of COVID just watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's
Next Gen, eh? I think I'm on like season 3.
Yeah,
I
watched. At the start of COVID, I was like, I need something just middle of the road from like another era to like get me through this bullshit. And I was like, Captain Picard, you're my man. And yeah, I got through all, I don't know, I think there's like 6 seasons. Each season has like 22 episodes.
I mean, then you got to start watching Picard now.
Yeah, you know what? I put on, every now and then I'll throw on Deep Space Nine. There's our 10-minute timer, but
let's keep going with Star Trek.
Yeah, now the bonus episode is Star Trek. No, yeah, I've seen a handful of the films, like the Next Generation cast films, and those are pretty good too. And the originals, obviously, and the new ones. But I see I guess like just people upset with some of the new Abrams ones, how they're not super like the old ones. Some of the old ones are just kind of like, they're almost like a play, Like one
Next Gen, you mean, or
the Next Gen, or even like the Shatner movies, like they're just on a soundstage being like, Mr. Sulu, report, and then like there's like,
let's shake the camera and pretend like the whole thing's
they like move around, kind of silly, and then they cut to the other guy on the other ship, and they're on the screen. They're like, we're upset about this for this reason, and then he's like, we're gonna talk our way through this, and then they resolve their issues, and then that's kind of it, But in the new ones, it felt like they were just like, let's blow it up, lens flare,
I mean, that's the Star Trek I know. Like, I tried watching the originals, and I was like, oh my god, no, I can't do that. And I got a little bit in TNG because it follows the same type of things that I used to watch, like Stargate SG-1 type, right? Like
yeah.
If it's all the same, like, I know I'm not saying Stargate and Star Trek are the same. Obviously, Stargate's better, but
yeah, people really love. That's the next thing I got to get into is Stargate.
Yeah, that's like a 17 season thing, right? You got 10 seasons of SG-1, then 5 seasons of Atlantis, which are fantastic, just as good as SG-1. Then 2 seasons of Universe. Plus the movie, plus the extra movies.
Getting into like Star Trek so late, I was always Star Wars. I never hated Star Trek. I just never got into it.
Same. Like, it's not like I had a big hate for it.
It seems like that's the thing, though, eh? Like, people are like, oh, well, you're either this or you're that. But
yeah,
it's like,
to me, it's like, why can't it be both, right?
Yeah,
like
they're both awesome.
Girl
for
from
the
the Shell commercial, not Shell, like the
So?
Taco Shell commercials. Why can't it be both?
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Like, I'm not Xbox, Nintendo, or PlayStation. I'm all of them. I own all of them. Like, if I need a game on one, I have to get it. Like,
good's good. Yeah, but
exactly.
Getting into Star Trek later
why the
in
rivalry?
life,
why can't we all just get along, guys?
because they both have Star in the name, and people are stupid.
Well, so is Stargate, and you know what? Stargate, I think, is better than all of them.
There you go.
But that's just me, because
I've never seen Stargate, so I've seen the original.
Great charm to it.
I've seen the original movie,
film.
Yeah, but
yeah.
But yeah, getting into Star Trek late in life, it's like discovering a room in your house you didn't know you had. It's like, oh, look at all this stuff in here. This is awesome.
And you're starting with TNG too, which is great, because like TNG's that's like every Star Trek fan, almost every single one loves TNG, right? Like that's like their ultimate series.
Yeah,
and I could see it. There's something with Picard. There's something about.
There's just
Patrick Stewart.
All the characters on the show, like Geordi and Data and all that. They're all interesting. Dr. Crusher, like I like them all. They all have their moments, and it's never like
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, when there was some shows you watch, like some Lost shows back in the day, when you're like, it's gonna be a Kate episode, full Kate episode or something, and you're like, and I don't know. But like with like Star Trek, I was like, oh, let's learn more about where Data comes from, but
Oh, it's a Wesley episode. All right.
yeah, he was good. That was on our right side, whatever side thing. But I think like the scariest villains they created on that show was the Borg. Have you gotten into it that far?
I don't think I got. At least I don't remember. Like I tried to watch it like I think a couple years back. I got in like 2-3 seasons. But like the thing is, you stop. It's not like for lack of interest. You just stop and because a new season of something else comes out, you're like, oh, okay, well I'll catch up there, and then all of a sudden you lose track of it, eh?
Yeah,
and that's the cycle of TV shows. You just
there's so many, and there's so many good ones. That's the thing too.
Yeah, like right now I'm in Lethal Weapon.
Oh, they had to
which
change.
I know it's an older TV show from a couple of years back, but it's great. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, they had to change some people out in that show because the two guys hated each other or something like that, right?
Wow, way to spoil that for people who haven't watched Lethal Weapon.
Well, it was like
how do you know I'm that far in, dude? Come on.
It was like, well, it was in the news. Like it was talking.
Yeah, well, I don't listen to the news. I hear news from you about the Emmys.
I guess so.
I have to Google things.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't have even known or watched the Emmys if like we have a movie night with some friends and they all wanted to watch that instead. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm watching the Emmys. So
there you go.
We should probably wrap up.
You're right. There is
conversation.
Special effects. There was a special visual effects, and Mandalorian did win.
There you go. On that note, we'll wrap up our Emmy / Star Trek conversation.
Stargate.
If you want to support the podcast, you can go to Amazon or rather, if you want to support the podcast, you can go to our website, RaidersOfTheLostCommentary.com, and click on the Amazon banner. It takes you to Amazon. If you're going to buy something on Amazon, it doesn't cost you anything. Kicks us a few bucks. We appreciate you doing so. We'll be back soon with probably a interview with another filmmaker, and we'll be back with more commentary and more reviews.
But if you are gonna order something, no marital aids. We know what you're buying. I'm just kidding. We don't. It just comes in like as a code, I think. Eh?
What's marital aids?
It's things for pleasures, for butt stuff.
Oh.
It aids the marriage, if you know what I mean.
Right. But what if you're not married?
Well, then you don't buy them for some.
Okay.
Hubba.
All right. Bye.
Man. Game over, man. Game over.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Lost Commentary, on Instagram at Raiders of the Lost Commentary, and like us on Facebook.
I'll be back.